WA6LJS, KF7GJO.
KF7GJO, good morning, Carl, WA6LJS.
Good morning, John.
Yeah, I was just sitting here listening and did my in and out this morning. Tell everybody I said hi, and
I'll be off here at C-Dock Field Day in a few minutes.
everything's good, buddy. Do this tomorrow. WA6LJS, KF7GJO.
Oh, okay, Carl, real good. 73s, have a good one there. We'll get you on the list, but we'll gray you out there. Very good. Yeah, good signal today. You're about an S9 right now.
You're about a 6 right now, but I think the band's just waking up for me. So, okay, buddy, we'll talk to you tomorrow. KF7GJ.
All right, Carl, have a good one. WA6LJS, standing by for the Air Force Flyers Net, top of the hour.
KF7GJO, WW5ENZ, you there?
WW5ENZ, KF7GJO. Why don't you turn your amp on? You're only 5 over 9.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess it is working. I can hear you really well there. Pretty good. So sounds good. I'm only pushing about 400 watts, though. Not a big deal yet.
Yeah, I only run about 300. I figure if you can't hear me at 300, you can hear me at 3,000. So, okay, buddy, you have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. KF7GJO.
Okay, KF7GJO. Have fun and hope everything goes well for you. WW5ENZ.
Blue test, November X-ray 6, Romeo Golf.
WA6LJS and K4YDB. Don is up on Echo Link. If you put him on the list, John, And he'll do the usual, put him for an early out, and he'll try to come back.
K4YDB.
Okay, fine, Bob. K4YDB, WA6LJS. Well, I'm hearing you now. For a little bit ago, I couldn't hear you, but now you're coming in locally about an S8. I'll get him up there. WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers, top of the hour.
Thank you, John. K4YDB.
Yeah, I've got him in there already, John W5OG.
Oh, good. Yeah, I stepped away from the computer for a few minutes. I missed it. Good. I see him in there. WA6LJS.
And W5OG be starting the net in about, 3 minutes now. K4YES got you, Tom. You're on the list. I'm barely hearing you, and I have to depend on the SDR, and it's because of my extremely high noise level here. But anyway, we've got you on the list. Good morning.
WA6LJS. Yeah, you got a problem with number 10. I think you just deleted it. You've got Mike's call sign with Charlie's information, and you've got them both in other spots. W2, WLD.
Okay, thanks. Let me check that.
Okay, it is currently 10 o'clock in the morning in the middle part of the country, and it's time to start the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. This is W5OG. My name is Dale, and I'm located in East Texas, about 100 miles east of Dallas, out in the country, small town of Mineola, Texas. This is the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. We meet on this frequency and at this time daily. Members of our group are active duty, retired, and veterans of the military air forces from all branches. We include air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, and support personnel. Pretty much anyone involved with supporting the, excuse me. Okay, anybody supporting the aviation mission from all of our armed forces. We also very much like to welcome visitors to join us on the net. purpose of our group is to promote fellowship between those of us radio amateurs who spend a portion of our lives in supporting the missions of our armed forces. This is a control net. Contact net control. Please use the words contact, relay info, or check-in. We have a very nice website. You can find out all about us. The address is airforcesflyersclub.org. I say again, airforcesflyersclub.org. Again, my name is Dale, and I'm located in East Texas. My call is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. I currently have a very high noise level here because of some power line interference that's going on. They're supposed to correct it for me here shortly, but not before the net. So I'm having to depend on the several of the SDRs around the country, but we'll make it do as best we can. Okay, and you can check into the net in many different ways. If you put your call sign in on when you come in on the SDR, we'll see you there. Or you can join the net on NetLogger. If you'll find the AFFC, you can join us by doing that. That will be the list that I will be using, is the NetLogger list. And helping me with NetLogger duties this morning is John, WA6LJS. I do appreciate that, John. And also monitoring, as I mentioned, the SDRs, and also I guess Charlie has the live stream up. K4YDB, did you get my question all
W5OG, K4YDB. John, Dale, you just dropped way down into the noise. Yeah, the stream is up.
Yeah, I don't have it. I don't have the live stream pulled up. Do you have the question all okay, Charlie? Over.
Oh, Roger, Roger.
Okay, fine. Well, I guess we don't have good ship between your part of Georgia and here. Anyway, so far on the list this morning, I have the following stations. I've got Don. Good morning to you, Don. K010NC. And he will be brought in over Echolink. We do have an Echolink node. I should mention it's the Alpha Foxtrot Charlie, AFFC, under the conference tab of Echolink. And you can find us there. We usually use that as a backup to the HS. And also we convene on Echolink after the net for a short session. Also I've got Willie, KJ5BWB, and Lee and Arlington, my neighbor just to the west, N5 Bravo Echo. Got John, again, doing the net logging duties. Thank you, John. WA6LJS. And the boss, K1BOB. And I just noticed I've got a network problem with Echolink. It just kicked me out. I don't know what's going on there. I'll have to check that out. All right, I've got my younger brother, Brian, WB5BRI. Good morning, Brian. And Bill, W2WLD in New York. Got Joe, W5ABI. And Jim, W6WAY. And I see that Chris is with us, the receive only from Bowling Green, KS5KY. W5DZ from up around Oklahoma City there. And Charlie, K4YDB, thank you for doing the YouTube live stream. For those of you that would like to watch the net in operation from Charlie's vantage, you can select, go to YouTube, put in K4YDB in the search, and you can select live stream and you'll see it. He also has the question of the day on there, so you don't have to write all that down. Okay, then I've got Ray, WB2JJO, and Professor Bob in X6RG. Good morning to you, Bob. And Tom that I talked to, not real strong this morning, Tom, but I did hear you, K4YES. And I see that Art, WX7 Lima has joined us. And that's the bottom of the list as I have it so far. Let me take a quick standby and see if we have any additional check-ins, over-the-air check-ins for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net members or guests. Call now. Down in the noise on the SDR, but November 5, India Lima. Do I have that correct? You were in the Air Force in 1932. Well, you're an old. That would be a long time ago. I must have misunderstood that. What? Repeat that if you would, there. Is it Harold? Do I have that correct? November 5, India Lima. Over. I'm not hearing him real well. Are you hearing him, John? WA6LJS?
1982, I think he said, Dale.
How about you, Bob? K1BOB, can you hear Harold this morning?
He's very light here, very light here. I couldn't make him out. K1BOB.
Oh, I don't hear Bob. Are you still there, Bob? K1BOB, W5OG?
Yeah, K1BOB is here. I can barely hear Harold. I think he missed the antenna off me.
I don't hear anybody.
This is K1BOB standing by.
This is going to be an interesting net. All of a sudden, everybody's dropped out. I hope we haven't had one of those solar flares or something. Anyway, we've got you on the list, Harold. We'll straighten all this out here just shortly. I'm going to go ahead and move on, assuming that someone can hear me. Let me try. Let's see. I don't know who to try. I don't have Jack K4CAX to help me this morning, but let me see. I was hearing. Well, anyway, we'll just move along. I do need to get you though, Bob, because if I can't hear you, I won't be able to bring in K0ZNC. He's top on the list there. I'll tell you what, John, WA6LJS, if you're hearing me, if you'd put a call out for additional check-in, WA6LJS, W5OG. Okay, fine, John. Yeah, I hear you, but you're much better on the SDR. So I think we've definitely had a change in the propagation conditions for the work. All right. Well, here, let me go ahead and. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's try. Bill, I didn't mean to leave you out there, Bill. W2WLD. If you're still hearing me, put a call out from the East Coast, Bill. W2WLD, W5OG. Let me know when he turns it back. I'm not hearing Bill. Okay, Mike, I did hear you out of the noise. All right, thank you. Did he get? I guess he didn't get any takers. So we'll go ahead and I'll do the question. I hope somebody is hearing me. This is going to be for naught. It's a pretty tough day if that's the case. But anyway, here's the question. I wanted to acknowledge today being the 6th of June, and all of the D-Day recognition activities are going on over in Normandy and in the coast of England there. So I did come up with several statements concerning D-Day, and the challenge is to pick which one is incorrect, if there is any that are incorrect. And I'll read these right quick. And most of us are familiar with most of these, but it'll be a good review. And in this way, perhaps we can acknowledge D-Day in some small way. All right. The statement A is the landing craft boats were originally designed for use in Louisiana swamps. The landing craft boats were originally designed for use in Louisiana swamps. Statement B. D-Day was originally scheduled for 1 day earlier. They had to delay the original scheduled date. And our statement C, Charlie, is the D in D-Day has several meanings to several different people, but in actuality, it is a coded designation that stands for day, in quotes. And that's it. All right, an answer, or the statement of Delta is more than 150,000 Allied troops from the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Free France. Again, more than 150,000 Allied troops from the U.S., from the United Kingdom, from Canada, Free France, and Norway took part in the invasion. Statement Echo is that at Omaha Beach, the graveyard there has 9,387 Americans are buried at Omaha Beach. Again, Echo at Omaha Beach, 9,387 Americans are buried. And statement Foxtrot is that all the above statements are correct. So your challenge is to pick out the incorrect one if there is one. Now let's go ahead and start with Don, and I hope I can hear you, Don. I may have to bring up NetLogger itself to get you in there. But if you're copying me, Bob, K1BLB, go ahead and bring in K0ZNC. Over.
You're fine now, but it's so Don, good morning to Don. You're up for the next, Don.
Okay, fine. I say fine. I had the only place I can hear you, Bob, on HF is at the Lumpkin, Georgia SDR, and you're only an S5. I see that I'm still coming in on the Utah SDR, so perhaps we can make a go of it, but it's not. It's going to be tough. I'm normally a S9 plus on that SDR, and I'm about an S7 right now. So conditions have definitely changed for the worse. We did get your answer there as Echo, Don. You think they're all correct. All right, let's break with you, and I'm going to go to do a Herald next in Andalusia, Alabama. As a visitor, we'll get you in here, Harold. November 5, India, Lima. If you're hearing me, Harold, we'll try and hear you someplace, either on the SDR or locally or whatever. So go ahead, Harold. We're glad to have you with us this morning. N5 India Lima, W5OG. I can barely hear you on the Utah SDR, but go ahead, Harold. Okay, thank you, Harold. It's good to have you on with us this morning, and I know you are an Air Force vet, so thank you for your service, and thank you for checking in with us. I'll leave you on the list. Maybe things will improve by the time we get around to the 73 round this morning. And again, Harold, happy to have you with us. All right, let's go to Willie, see if he's back in from his yard tending duties. KJ5BWB, good morning again, Willie. You're up for the net, W5OG. Okay, Willie. Yeah, that's the one I'm using also for the stations in the center of the country here. Mighty fine, got your answer. You think maybe Charlie is incorrect. Yeah, that's what this is all about, is just to remember each one of these and kind of give a quick glance at them. Now, let me confirm that. Willie, did you say Charlie is incorrect there? KJ5BWB, W5OG? Oh, you think Charlie and Foxtrot are incorrect. Okay, mighty fine. CNF, we got you down there. All right, let's go to Lee. N5 Bravo Echo. Good morning, Lee. You're up, W5OG. Okay, fine, Lee. Yeah, I wanted to do something, and I actually I spent half the day yesterday working on another question, and then got to thinking about it later on last night, and I thought, no, I should do something to recognize D-Day, and so I swapped over and something, and I knew I always hesitate to do this because there are many on this net that are far more enriched with history than I am. Unfortunately, I don't do the reading like my younger brother does. He's and I should take his example more, I suppose. But anyway, I'm not the historian, but I wanted to do something for D-Day, so these are my attempt to remember some of the things that we need to think about on this day. All right, let's move along. Thank you, Lee, for your comments, and we'll be back in the 73 round. I'm sure you'll have some more. WA6LJS, thanks for the help this morning. John, you're up for the net, W5OG.
Okay, thanks, Dale. W5OG, WA6LJS. Boy, the band started out very nice this morning, and then all of a sudden it took a turn. I heard Bob okay this morning before the net started, but I completely lost him when he simultaneous, so I couldn't hear that. And you started out 10 or 15 over, and excuse me. And then when you took your started the net, I couldn't hear you. You went down in the noise, and we used the SDR. Very strange conditions this morning. Anyway, well, it's pretty blue sky today. Right now it's about 62 degrees, and it's going to get up probably close to 80 today. We're having a heat wave up in Northern California, but I don't think that heat is going to hit us until the end of the week there. Answer to the question. Well, my first answer was going to be DD Delta. Being of Norwegian descent, I know Norway was neutral, but then as I thought about it, I think after Norway was invaded by Germany, and I think that happened before D-Day, then I think they became on neutral and became part of it. So I'm not going to choose Delta. So I think that they're all true. So put me down for Foxtrot. All of the statements are true. So back to you, and I hope you're still hearing me because the band really took a dive. W5OG, WA6LJS.
Okay, John. Yeah, I'm not hearing you locally. You're not making it above my very strong noise level here locally, but I hear you well on the SDRs there. You're good S9 on Lumpkin. That Lumpkin really helps out there in Georgia. All right, got your answer as Foxtrot. You think they're all correct. We'll talk about this some more at the end, but anyway, yep. And appreciate your help this morning. All right, Bob, Commander Bob, K1BLB. Let me see if I can hear you someplace, Bob. You're up, W5OG.
Okay, K1BLB. Well, I'm hearing you a lot better now, so I think you are, unless you're got your antenna north or east. So you should be getting me. And yeah, Lumpkin isn't doing too well today for anybody, and only SDR2 in Salt Lake is the better and today. I'm hearing everybody on there seems pretty close to. Let's see, I got no notice orders to deploy out of here tomorrow. Go down to Salt Lake City, see the grandkids, and I guess I have a big project that they need help with down there. So I'll be out on that through the weekend. I won't be back Tuesday. I'm going to try to use your radio, Dale, on Monday. I'll be practicing with it, make sure it goes okay down there. But just in case, I hate to give it no notice, hey, do the net for me the day of. But just in case, maybe some of you guys can kind of be ready to jump in like we always normally are. So that said, I'm going to try to get, pull it off to Dale's radio down there. I don't know, it should work. So with that, good question. I've been listening to all the answers here intently. I've watched the Longest Day movie. I don't know if anyone's seen that. If you haven't, it's a blockbuster movie about D-Day and all the beaches and what was happening, and a lot of good stuff. So I learned a lot from that. Regarding your question. questions, I think A is probably true. I remember it was a southern manufacturer. I don't remember where. Those folks, what do they call them? I forget the name of them. They have a name, probably the guy that made them, but I think they're used for oil exploration in bayous. So, yeah, I think the swamp kind of fits that. I didn't know about that. I wasn't sure, but I'm going to say that's true. B, the longest day, they took you through the weather, and Eisenhower procrastinating on delaying a day, so certainly I believe it was delayed today. And Charlie is true. It meant day, the day of the day. I don't know, but yeah, that was a good explanation there. Delta, that's there. I think there's way more than 150,000 troops, so I guess that's true. You said more than 150 troops, so I think that one's true, and I think Echo's true as well. Been there, and that's the Tom Hanks Cemetery, as I used to call it there when we were visiting last time. It's quite impressive, very impressive. Awful lot of people buried there. My answer is Foxtrot. Answer Foxtrot here, Dale. And back to you. Great job, Dale. I think you made it a free-for-all. All good answers. So we learned maximum learning value from there. K4YDB.
Okay, Bob, so I'll put you down for Foxtrot. Thank you for the good comments there. Yeah, I heard General Jack Keane the other day talk about he was privileged to take part in the 40-year anniversary. Of course, this is the 80-year anniversary, and he was there for the 40-year anniversary. And actually, some of the folks, the veterans from D-Day actually parachuted in for those commemorative activities there. Very, very impressive. He says it always is. Such a meaningful experience to walk amongst the graves there at that graveyard. All right, well, move along. Let's go to Brian, WB5DRI. Good morning, Brian. You're up, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, W5OG and the net. This is WB5DRI down here in San Antonio. Well, good morning to the net. And on this special 80th anniversary of the Day of Days, I did work the D-Day station in Great Britain there north of London last night after Ray Day, GB Golf Bravo 2 Delta Delta. So you guys might listen for him. He's probably going to be on all day today, I imagine. You might be able to work him later in the day. But anyway, nice day down here in San Antonio. It's going to be hot again, probably 100 degrees, but that's normal for us this time of year. I think we're going to have a cooling trend with a front actually coming through later this week, so it's going to cool down a little bit next week, so that'll be a good thing. But great question, Dale. Let's see. I wanted to go with All True, but I'm kind of like Lee. I don't remember the Norwegians having any troops on D-Day, so I'm going to say Delta and Foxtrot. If Delta is incorrect, then Foxtrot is also incorrect. So I'm going to go that way and see how this comes out. But thanks for getting me in there this morning. I'm going to be one and done. I have to go pick up grandson and one of his friends from their conditioning session at their school. They're trying to get ready for football, and they're already doing strength and conditioning stuff to get ready for the football season coming up. So we got to go pick them up for my son and deliver them to their respective houses. So I'll say 73s, and thanks for getting me in there this morning, Dale. Hope I haven't talked too long, and you should tell the story about our dad over D-Day that day. Back to you, Dale. 73s to everybody. W5OG, WB5DRI, back to net. Good day, everybody.
Okay, Brian. Yeah, I got your answers along with Lee there. Delta and Foxtrot are incorrect. And yes, Brian, thank you for reminding me of that. I recall Dad very good, talking about this particular day in fond remembrance. But he said that he was flying, of course, the B-17 mission in support of it, and he said when he looked down and saw the absolutely awesome effort that was underway, ships and planes. He said the sky was filled from horizon to horizon with airplanes. And he said after all that the war that he had seen and had witnessed, after all of the incredible destruction that had happened, if we could mount that kind of an effort, there was no question in his mind that we were going to win the war. And that really it was meaningful to me, because I can imagine that up until that time they did not know. It was still up in the air, but not like when we went to Vietnam. We knew we were going to go home and everything would be regardless of the outcome of the conflict. But they didn't know that we were in for our very lives, to continue our way of life, and that war actually could have gone either way there for a long time, and it was up until D-Day that he on that particular day he realized there's no way that any power on Earth can confront this. So he knew that we were going to win the war. That was meaningful to me as well, Brian. Thank you for that. All right, let's go to Captain Bill, W2WLD. Bill, I hope you're hearing me some way or another, but you're up, W5OG.
Yeah, okay, Dale. I'm hearing you on Utah, too. The bottom dropped out for me as it did for, I guess, everybody. Sounds like it might be trying to come back. I am hearing you a bit on the local. Good morning, everybody. Propagation is what it is. It sounds like it's trying to come back, but not yet. So I'm not going to say a lot because I'm not sure anybody can hear me. I'll go right to the question, Dale. The only one of the distractors that I'm wrestling with is Alpha. I believe the designer did come from Louisiana, and he was building flat-bottom boats for use in the swamp. I'm sure that he did not just start shipping those boats out to the Navy. I'm sure he did a lot of redesign and built much sturdier vessels that became the landing craft. So it depends on how you mean it. I think they're all true. If there is one that's false, it might be Alpha because of semantics. So put me down for Foxtrot, please. W5OG, W2WLD.
Okay there, Bill. Got your answer as Foxtrot. Mighty fine. Very interesting there. All right, let's go to, and I agree with you on the comments about the conditions today. They're absolutely abysmal. Started off good. I was hearing most everyone before the net. Seemed like in conjunction with starting the net, the propagation went south. All right, let's see if Joe is hearing me at all. W5ABI, you're up, Joe, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, W5ABI. Yeah, your signal came back up. Crazy. Oh, excuse me. I was copying you on the SDR when you're down in the mud. Then it came up to S9 and it was my turn, so who knows. Anyhow, boy, propagation is bad. I can't hear Bob at all in music. He's 10 over here in Las Cruces. Anyhow, beautiful morning, sunny, very hot. We had about 112 in the backyard yesterday, which is always that way. When it's 104, it's always 112 in the backyard. So that's good to get that 112. Anyhow, morning hot day here. It's already 90 degrees. It's 9:30 or so. I got the air on. I don't like the sweat. Anyhow, let me see. My answers were, thought about it, and I'm going to go with Delta. I don't know if I'm right, but I'll take a chance and say Delta. We'll be back. We'll be here to the bottom, Dale. Thanks for running the net under these circumstances. W5OG, W5ABI.
Okay, fine, Joe. Got you down for Delta, and of course that would be Delta and Foxtrot, because in that particular case, Foxtrot would be incorrect as well. So, all right, we got you down as Delta there, Joe, and I'm hearing you good on the SDR, but not locally. So conditions are definitely worse than they were. Well, let's try Jim, W6WAY. You weren't real strong, Jim, even on the SDR, but let's give it a go. W6WAY, good morning, Jim. You're up, W5OG. All right, Jim, mighty fine. Got your answer as Foxtrot, all correct. And we'll say good morning again to Chris, receive only, KS5KY and Bowling Green. And smooth to Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Good morning again, Mike. You're up, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, again, Mitch, welcome. Good morning. Anyway, yeah, that's a great question for today, and I'll get to it in a second. I just updated myself here. Yeah, I've been putting the fertilizer down in the yard, you know, it's now time. Hopefully, weeding seed will do it, and we'll see how that works. Also, as far as my Amatron goes, you know, I talked to the other day, and I looked at it, and I went to look at pulling the tubes out, and I saw that one of the tubes was kind of cracked on the top, so I don't know what the deal was there for sure. So, but anyway, I ordered 3-pound tubes, and when I pulled the tubes out, I plugged it in, and the lights and everything worked, but that didn't blow a circuit breaker. So, you know, we'll see how that works there. But yeah, I don't know. And we'll see how that goes. Crossing my fingers. Of course, that's going to be a spare. This one here is the ACOM 1010. It's got an open box, and it looks like it seems to be working okay. I guess you guys would have to tell me that. It looks like, I don't know. We'll see. I'm pushing, holy crap. It looks like I'm pushing almost 800 watts. I got to back this dude down here. Let me see. Whoa. See if that works better. I don't know. I'm not used to all this high-tech stuff right here for sure. So anyway, we'll see how that goes. As far as the question goes, again, it's a great question for today, and I'm looking at basically, I cannot. I don't get A. I thought all those things were built specifically for this invasion, so I'm going to go with A and F. So we'll see how that works out, and we'll see. You know, that's a great day, and it's a fun question. WW5END, back to net.
All right there, Chief Mike. Got your answer as you think Alpha might be incorrect. All right. We'll talk about it here just shortly. Let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. Again, Charlie, thanks always for doing the live stream there. It really helps out a lot. You're up, W5OG.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, good morning, Dale. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors. I hope everybody's having a great morning. Well, thanks for that, Dale. It's always a pleasure to do it. I really enjoy it. But I hope everybody's having a good morning. Right now, it's about 82 degrees here already. We're supposed to just get up into the mid 80s, but it's 78% humidity outside. It's like a Louisiana swamp, is what it is. But hopefully it'll dry out a little bit later on this afternoon so I can get some stuff done outside. But right now, I'm just going to give the dog a bath this afternoon, so she's hiding from me. But anyway, I don't. Conditions came back quite nicely from what they were earlier. You completely dropped out, and we just all bit our tongues and just let and it slowly came back up again. Good signal in here today. Right now, about 7 to 9 on you, Dale. As far as the question goes, well, first of all, KS5KY Chris has his answers are Charlie and Foxtrot, and I'm just gonna go with Foxtrot. W5OG K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Charlie, mighty fine. All good stuff, and I'm hearing you well there. All right, let's see if we can get Ray pulled in here. WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. You're up. W5OG. All right, fine, Ray. I was able to hear you well on the SDR, so no problem there. All right, got your answer, Delta and Foxtrot. Let's go to Professor Bob, and he'll straighten us out on all this, I imagine. NX6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up. W5OG.
W5OG. This is NX6RG. Good morning, Dale. Good morning to all the flyers. Well, boy, I'll tell you, we've been having a lot of hot weather here, and man, my allergies are really kicked up. We get all the dust and whatever from the Central Valley, and boy, that just really affects my allergies. So if I sneeze in the middle of this transmission, you'll understand. Well, D-Day, I remember talking to my dad about it. His group was supposed to bomb some of the, road intersections that were inland so that the Germans couldn't reinforce their troops. But his whole group could not find a target. I mean, the weather was just crappy on that day, and they had to return to base with a full bomb load. And I think they got a squadron off late in the afternoon, and that squadron was able to find a target. But I think his experience on D-Day was, they couldn't drop their bomb load. So anyway, that was the story on the 489th. With regard to your question, I guess I'm not sure about Alpha. I mean, those boats were called Higgins boats, as I remember, the landing crafts, but there was nothing off the shelf that was available. I mean, I think they adapted the design, so I guess it depends how you read that first answer. I'm in agreement with W2WLD on this. But I'll take a liberal interpretation and assume that the original design was modified and adapted, and those became the Higgins boats that were used as landing craft. So on that basis, I'll say they're all true. And great questions this morning, Bill. And I watched television, and I watched some guys that one was 101, and I think one was older than that, but they're over there and they're observing, and boy, God bless them. I mean, that's quite a thing that they're still hanging in there, and one of them, it was the first time he had been back since World War II, so I'm glad that he could get back there. Anyway, great questions, and I'll be here till the bottom. W2WLD, NX6RG.
Okay, Bob. Mighty fine. And got your answers all true. All right. I think Tom gave up and left. K4YES. Let me see. Are you? No, he's offline on the net logger as well. So anyway, sorry that conditions deteriorated so rapidly there. Let's see if we can get Art in. WX7 Lima Lima. Art, good morning. You're up. W5OG. Well, I don't hear Art. Anybody hear Art?
Yeah,
WX7 Lima Lima, are you there, Art? W5OG? What was that?
He's talking.
Do you hear him, Bob?
Yeah, I did. Art, are you still there? Or no? We might have cut him off there. Art, finish up your QSL. Well, I don't hear him now, Dale. Back to you, K1CLP.
Yeah, okay, Bob. Thank you. I hear you well now, but I could not pull Art out if he was there. I apologize. The conditions have really gone south. All right, that's the bottom of the list, unless I missed anyone. I'm going to go ahead and do the question of the day. And hold on, stand by. Let me see if I can do this here. Okay, just a minute. All right. When I researched this, I found several interesting articles. Well, of course, there's an abundance of material available on the internet about the D-Day invasion. It's the largest known amphibious assault in history, of course. And there certainly are several very interesting facts about it. And let me see if I can get the question here. Well, I'm having trouble. Stand by just a second. Have patience with me. Okay. The question of the day had to do with D-Day, and had several statements there. We were wondering which one might be incorrect, if there are any. And the first one was that the landing craft boats were originally designed for use in Louisiana swamps. Well, that's true. And let me see, I've got something pulled up here on that. It says lumber businessman and former Nebraska National Guard infantry officer Andrew Higgins had a hard time extracting hardwood trees from the back swamps of Louisiana. His early 1900s era boats kept running aground. To remedy this, he designed a shallow draft boat and continued to improve the design over the next few decades. After several unsuccessful years of trying to sell his boats, he finally landed a contract with the U.S. government. I guess if you can't sell them anyplace else, the government will buy them. Anyway, they purchased more than 20,000 of the land craft vehicles. And they served in, his boat served in North Africa, Italy, Normandy, and the islands in the Pacific. General Eisenhower once called Higgins the man who won the war for us. That was kind of interesting, and they were originally designed for use in the Louisiana swamp, so that one is correct. Answer B, I think everybody knows that that was correct. It was originally scheduled for one day earlier. Answer C, the D in D-Day, as has been mentioned by many, is the designation that just stands for a particular day. In quotes there. So that's correct. And answer D, more than 150,000. Now, whether or not the question here is on Norway, the reference that I found said that, as has been mentioned, after Norway was invaded, they did join the Allies, and they did take part on D-Day. So that was correct. And of course, as many of us all know, that at Omaha Beach, we do have 9,387 Americans are buried. So the answer that I was looking for was Foxtrot. All the above statements are correct. There are several more interesting, well, there's just all kinds of interesting facts about that we could cover. Operation Overlord, we're familiar with many of the things and how it all came about from the excellent movie and so forth. And the books that are filled with history of D-Day. And I appreciate the participation, and I do apologize for the bad conditions. It would have made it a whole lot easier if we'd had good conditions today. All right, well, let me take a quick standby. Hold on, standby. All right, we'll take a standby for additional check-ins before we start the 73 round. Anybody else over the air that would like to join us on the Air Force's Flyers Club net before we start the 73 round? This is W5OG. Call now. Well, I hear none. That doesn't mean that there's not some there, but I don't hear anybody. John, let's take a standby from the West Coast there. WA6LJS, put out a last call if you would. W5OG.
Wilco. Yeah, conditions are improving a little bit. You came back up, Dale. This is WA6LJS relaying for net control for the Flyers net. Last call for check-ins, either late members or any visitors. Please call now. All's quiet locally and on a couple SDRs. Back to you, Dale.
Okay, John, I think that probably covers everybody. You have a good signal. I would go to you, Bill, but I think we probably covered it sufficiently there. All right, let's go ahead and start a quick 73 round. Let's see, Don is still in there, so Bob, see if he would like to K0ZNC via K1BOB, W5OG. Go ahead, Bob.
Wilco, I think he said all were correct. He's marked down for echo, however. So, Don, go ahead. You're up, Don. Don, you're up. Don, you're up. Well, you must have left it on and no response still. K1BOB back to net.
Okay, Bob. I was listening also there. See, he's on Echo Link, but he perhaps is on a phone call or something else. So we'll move along. Let's see if Harold might still be with us. November 5, India Lima, our 73 round. If you're still there, Harold, W5OG. Go ahead. Okay, Harold, mighty fine. I think there was a check-in there. Stand by a minute, check-in. And yeah, very good there, Harold. And I was able to copy you a bit better that time. So, but I do apologize. Normally we have better normally and I guess it's a failure on my part. The net control is responsible for the propagation conditions, and I failed on my responsibility there. We really did not have good conditions, but we're glad that you could join us. We're on every day starting at 10 Central Time here, Harold. All right, let me take a quick standby. Who was the check-in? The check-in come again? W5OG.
K1BOB with a comment. Don is up now.
Oh, okay, fine, Don. Go ahead, fine, Bill, and go ahead and bring Don in there, if you would. Not Bill, Bob, K1BOB. Bob, sorry. Go ahead and bring in Don for the 73 round. K0ZNC, you're up, Don, W5OG.
Okay, K1BOB, and okay, Don, give it another try. Go ahead, Don. K1BOB back to net.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that worked out well, Bob. Thank you. And the conditions are coming back here locally. I can hear you locally now, so that's a good thing. All right, thank you, Don, and for being with us again. And we love having your experience. Let's go to Willie, the KJ5BWB, a 7-3 round. Willie, W5OG. All right, Willie, mighty fine. Yeah, Art says that his daughter, 49 years old. Well, I've got a 50-ish daughter. So, all right, Art, mighty fine. Got your comment there, and thank you, Willie, for pointing that out. All right, let's go to Lee, N5BE. Lee, any other comments? 73 there, Lee. W5OG. Over to you.
Oh, we put the amp on. W5OG N5B. Thank you, Dale, for doing this today, and thank you for under struggling conditions today. So well done. I'd like to put a caveat, if I may, on my answer. I think we're both correct here. There were no Norwegian troops that landed at Normandy. When I saw troops, to me, as an ex-Army guy, troop means someone with a rifle, landing. And there were no Norwegian troops. There were, however, Norwegian merchant marines, some Navy surface combatants, and some seconded Norwegian pilots in the RAF. And they did offer support of the invasion, but they did not assault the beach. So I call that a win-win, Dale, okay? I enjoyed this one today, and looking forward to the next tomorrow. W5OG N5B 73, Dale.
Okay, Lee, and I do appreciate your comments there. Like I say, I beg off. I'm not the historian that I probably should be, so it's difficult for me to come up with questions like this, and I don't have the authority that you have as far as depth of knowledge. But it's interesting, and I did see that Norway did take part in it, and I'm sure, in fact, that you are correct in the technicalities there. All right, let's go to John, WA6LJS 73, John, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, real good. W5OG, WA6LJS. Well, it's strange conditions. At the beginning you were booming in, and then as the net got rolling, you went down into the noise. I had to use the SDRs, and now you're back up, but you're not back up to full strength. You're about an S7 here locally, but a very, very Q5 copy. Well, very appropriate and good question for today as we honor the memory of those for D-Day, and appreciate that question. So 73s, everybody, and we'll turn it back to you. W5OG, WA6LJS.
Okay, fine, John. Appreciate the help, and certainly always your good work with NetLogger there. All right, Commander Bob, K1BOB, 73 round, Bob, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, very good question, and I enjoyed the comments today. Was Leon squibbling? Did I hear him? It was a well-disguised squibbling. Anyway, I thought Leon made up the question, and then he gave the answers. I go, oh, wait a minute, he didn't. So well done. You covered the waterfront, so to speak. And I'm out of here tomorrow, I guess. I just learned my daughter's house, what we're going to say, they lost their air conditioner, so goody-goody. Well, anyway, it's 60 up here. It's going to go up to 70 today. So I'll have to keep my polar fleece on. K1BOB. Back to you, Dale. Nice job fighting the conditions.
Okay, Bob. Yeah, if I'd been smart, I would have asked Lee for the question to cover the waterfront on, so to speak, on today's question. That would have made a lot more sense. But I don't mind. His inputs. He is the authoritarian on all things having to do with aviation and history. We'll give him credit for that for certain. All right, let's move along. Wild Bill, W2WLD, 73 round Bill, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, you still haven't come back locally. I'm hearing John. I heard Bob pretty well, so it's coming back slowly. Thank you. Really enjoyed the question. Everyone have a great day. 73. W5OG, W2WLD.
All right, Bill. Was there a comment in there? Did I hear a comment? Over. You're just at my noise. November 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha. Give us your name and QTH again there. Over. Yeah, I hear you. You're down in Florida, but I missed your name. Is it Jason? Is that right? November 1, Sierra Charlie Alpha. Do I have that correct, Jason? Yeah, we've got you on NetLogger there from Palm Bay, Florida. Anything else? We're in our 73 round. Anything else for the net, Jason? Over. Yeah, my QTH is in East Texas, a small town of Mineola, 100 miles east of Dallas, out in the country, Jason. And you're coming in here, but not just above my noise, and it's about an S7. So I would give you probably a 4 and 7, Jason, as far as the report. Anyway, thanks for calling in. I'm going to move along. We got a few more to go, and we got to wrap this up before the next net begins. Let's go to Joe, W5ABI. Joe, 7-3 round, W5OG. All right, Joe, 7-3. Thanks for being there as always. Jim, W6WAY, 7-3 round, Jim, W5OG.
Okay, Dale. You know when you called Lima there, and I could hear him on the number 2 SDR, but obviously you couldn't copy him there. Anyway, 73s everyone. This is W6WAY.
Yeah, I should have remembered to bring up too. I had the Lumpkin SDR on and SDR4 from Utah, and of course that beam faces to the east and probably would not be as good with ART as the regular omnidirectional antenna on SDR number 2. You're right. My error there, and I apologize to Art, WX7 Lima. I was not able to pull him out. Anyway, 7-3 Jim. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow on the net. Mike, WW5ENZ, 7-3 round, Mike, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, this is WW5ENZ. A great net today, and you got me on that A, but that was pretty neat. Just didn't read back far enough in history, I guess. Anyway, it's been a great net, and it's been a tough one, though, and you've worked through it. So thanks for the SDRs, and I think I can talk okay now. I just can't hear so well. Anyway, take care, everybody, at 73s, and I'll see you tomorrow. WW5ENZ, back to net.
Yeah, Mike, all those things are exactly correct. We do certainly depend on the SDRs, especially when conditions are poor like they are today. And I've got poor conditions all the time now since I've got this high noise level. Hopefully the power company is going to take care of this problem for me. Otherwise, my receiver is pretty much, non-functional. It doesn't work. All right, I have to depend on those SDRs. Let's go to Charlie, K4YDB. And again, thanks to Charlie for the live stream and putting the question up there. W5OG, you're up, Charlie.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, Dale, it was a good net today. You pulled it off. Conditions took a nosedive this morning on us. I thought it was going to be one of those days. But you came up when you got everything up and running, and everything worked out just fine. And I really did like that question. I was reading it as I was putting it up on the stream over here. I thought that was a good question. Anyway, 73s, everybody. Everybody have a good day, and we will try this again tomorrow. K4YDB back to net.
All right, Charlie, mighty fine. You've come up, by the way. I'm now able to hear you well locally. Ray, WB2JJO, 73 round Ray, W5OG. All right, fine, Ray. Yeah, got you good on the SDR, but not locally. Normally, I can hear you well locally there, Ray. Not today. All right, let's see. That's, yeah, Professor Bob, NX6RG, 73. Bob, don't want to leave you out. Go ahead.
Okay, Dale. W5OG NX6RG. Yeah, I just checked, and we do have an M-class solar flare that happened within the past hour, so that apparently is affecting our propagation. And so anyway, 73s to everybody. Great question, Dale. And it's really good to think about that incredible effort 80 years ago today. W5OG NX6RG.
Yeah, when Art mentioned it on his way out, I noticed on NetLogger he said something about always remember the greatest generation, and how history would have been changed had it not been successful. Unbelievable, when you put it in that kind of perspective. We do have an incredible amount of remembrance that is due these folks, and all good thoughts there. Anyway, we have a lot to be thankful for in our country and in the world as a result of the efforts and the sacrifices of a lot of folks that went before us there. All right, thank you, Bob. And let's see, we had November 1 SCA. I think he's already checked out there on NetLogger. So let's go to, let me see, the last one that showed up here is KL7QK. That may be part of the folks from the Alaska Pacific net. I'm not sure. Are you there, Ed? Would you like to have any comments for our net? KL7 Quebec Kilo, W5OG. Go ahead.
I'm not sure how I ended up on that ball, but I just wanted to comment on what you guys are doing. And yeah, I met the folks, the AT net. But I'd like to thank your net so much for being so willing to finish when you do. You're always timely, and I hope we don't have any more of the tuner-uppers that should be ours. We keep reminding them. And even though I was only Air Force ROTC, not regular Air Force. My son-in-law was in the Air Force for 22 years as a air traffic controller. So, anyhow, I really respect everything that you folks do. Thanks again, Dale, for getting me in. 75OG, have a great day. Dale 73K, over.
Okay, fine there, Ed. Yeah, I'm glad to. I thought I recognized the call sign there, and yeah, we'll get on out of here quickly and let you guys start up the net, and we will try our best to be good neighbors and respect your time for your start there. Thank you, Ed, for checking in, and good to hear from you, and all the best to you also. All right, that's the bottom of the list. I'm going to go ahead and close the net at this time so the Alaska Pacific folks can go ahead and do their warm-ups and get started with their net. Hold on. I hope I wasn't having any echo there. I had the SDR up. It's been a balancing act here, all the many SDRs with the poor conditions today. Anyway, I do thank all the folks that checked in and for good participation and allowing me to at least in some small way remember D-Day in our own fashion there. And come back for all of those folks that are perhaps listening in. Come back and join us when we have better conditions on another day. We're on the Air Force and Flyers Club nets on here every day starting at 10 Central Time. So this has been the Thursday edition, our special D-Day observance of with the Air Force and Flyers Club. And we are now, I'm going to go ahead and close the net at this time, return the frequency to normal amateur use. We'll see you over on Echolink, those that can adjourn over there, and we'll continue for a little after the net, as it were. 7-3, everybody, W5OG now clear and closing down the net. 7-3.